Janie always said I was the best. Sorry about that mess. I made her bleed. But ba I'm planting my seed still. I knew she could take it if I opened up the rhythm, and she knew she could make it. But I hope her parents love her so. Feeling all that acid on my brain. Still I got that frame. I made her bleed. But you wanted to see, well, if you never knew that you get it, oh, oh. And if you never knew that we get it, oh, oh. Live it up, you get it, oh, oh. Believe me when I say that every people it's the same day. But if you got to know my place, and if it gets you right back in your face, but I know her parents love her. I hope her parents love her. I hope her parents love her so. Billy, back in 1983, what did you do for me? I made her bleed. Well, I'm loving the sea, and if you never knew, we can make it. But I only knew that the boot wouldn't break it. Yeah, I hope her parents love her so. My God, to let her know if he had to go. I know I'm barely loving my holy creed. You never knew what is what you need. Oh my God, possibly, believe it or not, it's a disease. But I hope her parents love her. I hope her parents love her so. What is up, y'all? Seed. Keep in mind, I'm not a singer. Chadley does the singing in our band. I just try and play the guitar the best I can. So none of this is pretty. This is not the easiest song to explain, and the rhythms, definitely for me, not the easiest, especially all the ska stuff. But here we go. Let's try and, I'm going to do my best to kick out these lyrics. There is somewhat of a pattern, but Brad also does throws a lot of change ups in this one. So the beginning of all these verses is the same. We're starting on an A minor, down to a quick G, to an F, back to our G, right? So, Janie always said I was the best. I'm sorry about that mess, right? We're feeling all that acid on the brain. Oh, Billy, back in 1983, what did you do for me? All right, so those are all just A minor, quick G to our F, back up to our G. Then we get into our verses. Verses are pretty much there's a few variations throughout the song, but C to A minor, to D minor, to G. And then back to C, to A minor, to D minor, to G. And then each verse, there's 3 verses, and each one kind of has a different ending to it. So for this first one, for the verses, I look at it in 4s, and I also break up the rhythm parts in my head to a reggae, a ska, and like a punk or harder rhythm. So for our first verse, I made feeling all that acid on the brain. If I got that same, I made her. So we're going to do 2 times of that pattern in reggae. Made her bleed. You want to love and you see, but if you ever want to live and get it, oh, oh. If you never knew that we get it, oh, oh. Believe me, what we get it, oh, oh. And then 1 time in a ska, believe me when I say it's the same thing every day. And now last time in a little punk, and we're going to end it a little. But if you got to know my place, and if it is back in your face, all right, 4 times there. And I don't know all these lyrics either, so I apologize for any terribly wrong lyrics I'm throwing out here. But so after that verse, 4 times total, 2 times reggae. One time ska. And then last time, a little punk. But I hope her parents love her. I hope her parents love her. I hope her parents love her so. And then we're going to launch into the solo there. So that is just an F up to our G twice, F to the G, and then B flat to F to A minor. Same way we end the song with that same little chord progression there. So, I know her parents love her. I hope her parents love her. I hope her parents love her so. Up to the A minor. And then our little solo there. And we'll go back into it. So basically that's solo. Brad's just playing his A minor pentatonic. So the first time he's playing it up here between the 12th and the 15th for the most part. You know, he's doing a lot more than I'm doing. I'm just really simplifying this. And so he's just starting on this A here, on the 14th fret of our G string. Going down to the B, 13th up to the 15th. Right, so you do that, and then he hops down here. The chord progression, we'll do this in a second here, goes through it 2 times. So he jumps from up here through the first progression, then he jumps down here to his first position, A minor pentatonic, and on our D string on the 7th fret, down to the 5th fret on our G, up to the 7th on our G. And the chord progression for that is A minor to F to C up to E twice. Now we're going into our last verse. Billy, back in 1983, what did you do for me? I made her bleed. Well, I'm loving, I'm planting my seed, but I knew she could make it, but I only knew that the girl wouldn't break it. Yeah, I hope her parents love her so. I gotta let her know if he had to go. I know I'm barely loving my holy creed. You never knew that is what you need. Oh my God, possibly, believe it or not, it's a disease, but I hope her parents love her. I hope her parents love her so. All right, so that last verse, all that's a little different from the first ones, or it gets a little different. Starts out the same. Billy, back in 1983, just doing our A minor, F, G. What did you do for me? I made, and we're going to do reggae here for a second. Bleed. Well, I love and I'm planting my seed. Just do reggae for that C and the A minor. Then kick into a little ska style for the D minor. We make it, but I only knew that the girl wouldn't break it. Yeah, I hope her parents love. So we just roll through that thing twice. But when we get to our second G, I hope her parents love her so. Up to the A minor. Super cool for Brad to do this. My gotta let her know. Down to our F. If he had to go. Up to our G. I know I'm. And we're going to do punk here for this kind of last verse. Barely loving my holy creed. So C to A minor. You never knew is what you need. Oh my God, C to A minor, possibly. Then Brad, super cool. Instead of going to the D minor G, he goes F to G. So, oh my God, possibly, believe it or not, it's a disease. So this is what I said is the end of our song, was just like after our second verse. Here it is. So we're doing our after our G. First time. Believe it or not, it's a disease, but back to it. I hope her parents love her. So we do it twice, and then our B flat, F, and A minor, and end it. I hope her parents love her so. All right. So let's run through that, maybe that last verse kind of slower. Billy, back in 1983, what did you do for me? I made her bleed, but I love and I'm planting my seed. But I knew we could make it, but I only knew that the girl wouldn't break it. Yeah, I hope her parents love her so. Go to A minor on that one. My gotta let her know. Down to our F. If he had to go up to our G, I know I'm barely loving my holy creed. You never knew that is what you need. Oh my God, possibly, believe it or not, it's a disease, but I hope her parents love her. I hope her parents love her so. Whew. All right, y'all. Not the best. Not the cleanest. Horrible singing. Okay playing, but we're just trying to get these chords across. That's all we're trying to do. So hopefully that did help somebody out there. And I send you one love. I say, God bless. And yes, I. All right. Give thanks.